Hello, everyone, and welcome to Firmly Planted Wellness Live. I am so excited that you are with us today because I have someone I've been waiting for a while to introduce you to. I'm super excited that Lisa Dickmann is here with us today. So hi, Lisa.
Hello.
So glad that you've joined us. If this is your first time being on our live interview series, let me introduce myself. My name is Lisa Figgins, and I help women prioritize their wellness with a simple plan so that they can look, feel, and give their best. And the intention of this show is to introduce you to amazing women who are helping women just like you to live well in some area of their life. It could be health, it could be business, it could be relationships, it could even be something like your home, which is what we're going to be talking about today with Lisa from Tidying Up. So Lisa and I met a couple of months ago through just networking and instantly made a connection. She shared some things with me that have actually changed a lot of things in my life. So Lisa, I will forever be grateful to you and just you happening to mention this Dress Your Truth thing when we were talking several months ago, because it's everything from the hair that people can't stop talking about to just how I feel about myself and how I'm connecting with other people. So thank you. But I want to focus on you and what you're doing right now in your business. So let me give you guys just a quick background on Lisa. Before becoming a mom, she had a degree in counseling, which is a good thing because she found that listening skills and empathy were things that she was really good at. And then after discovering her mission in life through tidying her home, she became Missouri's first certified KonMari consultant in October 2017. So she'll tell us a little bit more about what that means. But what I love about that is this, that her mission has put a fire in her soul to help her be her best version of herself. And then that's a vehicle to help other people to find their joy as well. And it was really through an experience that she had in her own life that fueled that and really helps her to help others have a life and a home that sparks joy. So Lisa, thanks for being with us today. Tell us a little bit more about what you do and how you help people live well and what inspired that.
Excellent. I just help people gain joy through the magic of tidying, and it's really transformational. It transformed my life. Back in 2015, I read this book by Marie Kondo. She's also called KonMari, and her book's called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And this book was just so inspiring, and it took all the different methods of tidying up that I'd read about and came up with something completely different where you are tidying by category, and it really made a lot of sense. I tried it in my home, and I found it like a little bit hard to execute all on my own, but I was like super driven. And so when I finally had that goal, like, oh, I really feel this calling in my life to become a KonMari consultant. And I heard of a training seminar they were holding in Chicago. I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this now. I was pregnant at the time, and everything like aligned for me to end up at the training. And right as we're on the way to the training, we find out that our little baby that we're expecting has a terminal condition. And it was so heartbreaking, but also like, I am so grateful that God just brought me to this place, the most joyful place in the world, where we're talking about joy and bringing joy to people when I'm going through this deep personal tragedy. And my baby passed away at birth, and I was able to grieve, go from like this deep grief I was feeling to feeling grateful. And I really feel that was because of the principles of KonMari. When you're dealing with your stuff, you learn to have gratitude for those things in your life that support you, and to let go of the things that don't support you with gratitude. And like those things, everybody has things in their home that are weighing them down, and they just don't realize it. So I give them an opportunity to reflect and take a look at what will uplift them and what they need to let go of.
I love that. I love how you just said that God brought you to that place for a reason. And then instead of using that as an excuse of why you can't, you've really lived that out and helped inspire, other people. Now, one of the things you said I thought was really key, and you were talking about going through your home, right? Because we all typically do this, something will bother us. We feel like I need to clean out this closet or this drawer or, tackle this room. but it's really hard to do on your own. So tell me a little bit about how you help, how you come in and help, because I don't know about you, but I feel emotionally attached to some of my things. And so sometimes it's hard for me to just let it go. So how do you actually come in alongside and give that support for somebody to feel like they've got a joyful space around them?
Yeah, like it's all about emotions and it's all about energy. Like what you're doing with when you're tidying is clearing the energy and just releasing it and allowing it to become positive. Just let the positive energy, the joy flow in the space. And it's all about emotion. And so we use this question, does it spark joy? And I teach people how to make their decisions using their intuition, their emotion. So we just do emotion-based decision making, and it's super fast and it's super respectful. It's just amazing how walking people through this process, and it almost seems it's very, I think it could be even difficult to do all by yourself. Like it really helps to have a guide. It's like your therapist is right there in the room with you, or if you're tidying virtually, still right there in the room with you, guiding you through the process, helping you feel that emotion, feel that joy, and let go of the things that are not bringing you joy, right?
I
And
love that. And I feel
energy
like
is
right
flowing.
now, yeah, right now we're spending so much more time in our space, right? We're working from home. We may be schooling kids at home. We're not going out as much. And so I think that can tend to things just being more cluttered and just kind of being around. And then I know for me, when things are cluttered or things don't feel like they're in their place, or I'm feeling burdened by the stuff, then I'm less productive and I'm less joyful. So share with us maybe just a couple of practical tips. So if our listener today is saying, okay, I need to do some tidying up, and they want to get started, what would be some things that you'd recommend that they could do?
Well, the first thing I recommend to do is to make a vision. Think about that tidy life that you want to live when your home is tidy. What do you want your lifestyle to be like? And it's going to be a little different given that it's COVID right now and people are staying home. And so you might not be able to live your exact ideal lifestyle, but just do the best you can, being creative with that vision. How can you live a joyful life in 2020? And so start with the vision.
I love that, because we can be joyful right now, right?
Yeah.
Then what would be a next step?
So the next step, there's really only two things that you need to do when you're tidying. And that is to decide what to keep and decide where to put it. It's very simple,
I
but
love
yet,
that.
I know, super straightforward.
Why do
And
we complicate things?
right? That's all it is. Decide what to keep and where to put it. And first, you decide what to keep. Decide about each thing in the category or subcategory that you're working in. And then you can decide where to put those things that you're keeping. That's it.
That's fantastic, right? And even the simple thing, if anybody's watched some of Marie Kondo's, I learned this a couple of years ago when I was with my girlfriends for a weekend and we binge watched. I'd never heard of her and her method. And even just how she folds her clothes and how she folds her pants. Like I have a picture of my drawer that I'm going to post later today, just showing what that looks like. And it does. I open the drawer and it makes me happy because I can see everything as opposed to everything just being all over the place.
It's very mindful, right? It's very
yes.
intentional.
Yeah, and then it's right there. And then I'm only keeping the things that are best, right? And I'm getting rid of all the excess. So that's really been a process for me. So I know that there are just a lot of things that people are probably thinking about right now, like, oh my gosh, I would love to work on this. So if somebody wanted some supports, what would be something that you can offer as a free resource? And then how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, well, I have, I was talking about your vision, and I actually have a little booklet I created called Craft Your Tidy Vision. And it's a tidying companion by Tidy Upgrade. That's my business. So if you can send me an email, my email address is lisa@tidyupgrade.com.
We'll put that down in the comments too, so that way everybody can doesn't have to write it down right now. Perfect.
And then I can send you this PDF. You can print it off, and that will get you started thinking about your vision.
I love that, because it's nice to have a practical, something tangible you can hold on to. And this month, I'm offering my Live Well, Age Well guide, just 3 secrets to living and aging well and keeping it simple. So thank you, Lisa, so much for being on with us today. I'm excited to go tackle some of these spaces, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having me.